Truck stop Twilight, the Decker sisters, vanishing in Wenatchee, case reference. This is a 100% real, verifiable 2025 US crime. On May 30th, 2025, sisters Peyton 9, Evelyn 8, and Olivia 5 Decker disappeared in Wenatchee, Washington, after a custody visit. Their bodies were found 3 days later near their father's abandoned truck. The suspect father, Travis Caleb Decker, is still at large. The morning sky glowed pale over Wenatchee as the sisters vanished into light. 3 pairs of shoes walked a whale of trailing like shadows across asphalt. Parents breathe twice when children vanish. The second breath is already grief. Reports filed. Alarms, pressed pattern, Evelyn, Olivia there. Names glowing in dispatch lights. The father's truck sat parked, keys still warm, innocence slipping from the cab. Ground needed where young feet once ran. Now only soil remembers play. Searchers formed lines, eyes combing orchards and hills for signs of 3 small hearts. The town leaned into the wind, begging echoes to return their daughters. 3 days passed, folded into prayers, each breath dragging sorrow behind. Then the earth-side bodies found near silent cab, innocence buried in conspiring dirt. The truck was empty, but grief overflowed from its steel ribs. The tree line held witness the way parents hold memories tight, never letting go. The coroner leaned close. Children's names are never lines on maps, their ache in bones. 3 names carved into the earth's ledger: Peyton, Evelyn, Olivia. The father was gone, then suspected. The man who walked them into myth, not home, bonded by grief. Investigators pieced timeline, custody, visit, lunch plans, then disappearance. The world asked, why? Fathers killed daughters off memory's edge. The town didn't answer. They watched, hollow reverence in their sorrowed gaze. Social media lit with white ribbons, diamond smiles turned to roadside prayers. Search teams growled through brush, once rustling with laughter, now blank with fate. The girls' backpacks left in truck untouched props of vanishedness. Screens glowed with their faces soft, alive, lost in amber filters of hope. News vans thrummed empathy. Microphones sought breath where there was only hush. Investigators mapped every highway, orchard road, and possibility. The truck's GPS became lifeline, echoing the path taken without return. Flyers multiplied, tiny faces taped to poles, begging recognition. Townsfolk lit candles, soft fire against grief's sharpened edge. Schools closed early, children asked questions grown-ups had none for. The orchard held their laughter, now silent, swallowed by leaves. Every branch scratched a name in memory's bark. The truck was searched and sealed, tags catalogued like broken hope. Detectives stood with flashlights, tracing breaths she once had. The father's name echoed hollow: Travis Caleb Decker, suspect, absence personified. His mental health notes echoed back PTSD, borderline disorders, but no excuse for erasure. The town cannot forgive absence framed as betrayal. 3 graves sat ready. Town whispered about the cruelty of bullet positions. Investigators combed papers, custody logs, phone calls, wounding fragments of truth. Silence screamed from the truck's cab, from closet corners untouched by hope. Justice became a race between memory and mourning. Prosecutors drafted charges, courtrooms held breath for justice not yet walked in. The orchard stopped yielding fruit that spring. Apples hung like unsent letters. Schools held stories of missing children tighter than safety drills. The world watched as small hands exited life's frame, sisters cut from tomorrow's page. News outlets repeated names, instead of letting them fade into data. Town halls echoed with calls to report sighting, just in case memory could bring them home. Every parent dials phone twice if silence lingers. Family sat in televised pleas. Bedrooms held toys still embraced in unspent love. Decker's image glowed on flyers, father's trust shattered into shards. Law enforcement canvassed rural roads where innocence disappeared. The father remained at large, flight without finish, guilt without public gaze. Search teams turned over soil, hoping redemption might lie beneath orchard tunnels. Tweets trailed on hashtag find the Decker girls. 4 days of daylight now counted among lost futures. Memorials sprouted, white shoes tied to fence posts, static footprints in breeze. Each elder in town clasped younger hands a second tighter. The audio tapes replay dispatch voices brimming with shock, prompt questions untethered. Screens flickered, missing children recovered, became homicide investigation open. Information lines lit up, desperate to hold on to memory via voice connection. Town pastors prayed names through church aisles, teaching silence to carry presence. Investigators cross-checked custody logs. Record now grain of truth in avalanche of lies. Every school desk held 3 empty chairs. Birthdays passed without candles. Town sleeps lighter, worry perched on pillows, watching dreams not return. News anchor's voice cracked. Empathy cannot always be moderated. The father's charge, when filed, will carry weight no sentence can lift. Counselors, road school, buses, listening for fears too scary for kids to say. The truck remains evidence, shrine, mourning pillar where once smiles lived. Memory ripples outward generations, learning the price of trust broken. The world reads, mourns, speaks their names aloud to keep them present. Law enforcement pressed forward. Grief became case became mandate. The orchard still blooms flowers and perfume where absence lingers. Town refuses closure until the case reflects the weight of their loss. Every heartbeat in Wenatchee ticks in 3-count rhythm now. Silence holds their names. Patton, Evelyn, Olivia whispered against evening wind. Investigators dig deeper, chase angles where light bends toward truth. Community gardens plant innocence in soil charged with grief. News features dedicate airtime. Missing children not forgotten. Memorial benches inscribed with 3 names overlook empty fields. Parents stock extra snacks, extra hugs, out of fear not logic. Advocacy groups push for better custody screening. Prevent next scare. Every trooper car holds their photos in dash frames. Every search dog trains aware of phantom sweeps unsaid. Until conviction, memory is both jury and witness. Until justice, grief is their guardian. Until return, love refuses to forget them. We say their names, Peyton, Evelyn, Olivia Decker. We say their names to seed remembrance. We say their names to fuel justice. We say their names to keep them alive beyond their ending. Until the father is found, their story remains written in memory, and we carry it forward, for them, always.